Have you experienced a situation where you felt something was wrong and did not know what to do? It can be tough to navigate those situations, but you're not alone. All I could think of was how to avoid him and Ken. Harassment and abuse happen in all sports across all levels. The realities of abuse are well documented in the media. The documentary Athlete A is a prime example. This is the biggest sexual abuse scandal in sports history. For almost 2 decades, Larry Nassar, a former Team USA gymnastics doctor, sexually assaulted over 150 young athletes. This is not just a problem in other countries. The abuse of young athletes has been happening here in Malaysia for decades. Some stories have gained media attention, which fuels our desire for change. Take a look. Other misconduct which reportedly occurred in other sports. Recent findings from a survey conducted by the Institute for Youth Research Malaysia via the Ministry of Youth and Sports revealed disturbing sports abuse levels. The implication that such misconduct may be systemic across sports organizations raises serious concerns about how sports authorities perceive and act upon their legal obligation to protect athletes' safety and well-being. This report highlights the prevalence of harm experienced by athletes, including physical, psychological, and sexual abuse, sexual harassment, and neglect. One victim is one too many. Therefore, we need to gain full awareness and a deep understanding of why harassment and abuse are prevalent in Malaysian sports. What makes athletes a target for predators? Where does this criminal tolerance we have for abuse come from? What makes perpetrators in sports so fearless in their abusive behaviors without fear of consequences? Why do legal systems cannot quickly implement solutions? Do we realize that abuse means our athletes will never reach peak performance? What more the pipe dream of achieving Olympic gold? What needs to be done? Sports coaching creates a power dynamic where children are especially vulnerable to abuse. Evidence shows that the main perpetrators of abuse are those in positions of authority and power. More often, coaches and older athletes. Unfortunately, these are the people that athletes are taught to obey and never question. The culture of winning in sports also means that athletes are socialized into believing that they must do whatever it takes to succeed. That could mean either training through an injury or, at its extreme, sign and leave, enduring abuse. Athletes fear speaking up, afraid they'll be minimized, mocked, or shunned. Athletes that do find the courage to report abuse are not promised anonymity or safety from their abusers. We are rightfully concerned about the systemic issue affecting boys and girls. Abuse means our children and our young athletes will never reach peak performance. This is a growing problem and a health concern, resulting in impaired performance and dropout. There is also a long-lasting, profound, and diverse impact on a child's physical and mental well-being, potentially affecting their family, friends, and peers. Without substantive law, everyone will not change their behaviors and continue to resist any efforts towards fostering a safe sporting environment for all. This is why we must enact the Malaysia Safe Sport Act. We want a system that works, where the well-being of the athletes is just as important as the performance. The proposed Safe Sport Act will create a new independent entity that profoundly understands the safe sport mission, is fully authorized at the highest levels, and is entirely able to improve athletes' safety and welfare and commit to their empowerment. Based upon the United States Safe Sport Act, which has proven to be effective, this legislation will increase the standard of care for organizations involved in youth sports, expand mandatory reporting of suspected abuse, include mandatory prevention training for all adults interacting with minor athletes, and finally, provide whistleblower protection to prevent retaliation. These reforms aim to improve the lives of athletes by establishing clear boundaries, setting professional standards for athletes and those in power, and offering protection to whistleblowers. Building a safer sports culture is a shared responsibility. More dialogue and understanding are needed to communicate why the Malaysia Safe Sport Act matters. If enough people are pushing for change, then the change will happen. If you have not already, please join the Safe Sport movement on our Safe Sport Malaysia social media networks to raise further awareness. Together, we are stronger. Together, we can make safe sport a reality.